Welcome back, humans. Yeah, I know it's been a while. It's been most than half a year that I've uploaded. I mean, things were going on. I was gonna promise a video like 1 or 2 weeks ago, but I couldn't do it since I got sick. Anyways, I'm feeling better now. And yeah, let's continue Twisted Metal Nights Part 2. Okay, so one thing I forgot to mention was that before I left the burning house, I received text messages from 3 of my friends, which we're gonna call Wraith, Wolf, and Beast. Anyways, they were checking on me to see if I was okay. I replied back. We started having a conversation. Then, not too long after, they told me to come and meet somewhere. And so they gave me the address to where they were. And I took the dirt bike and I drove there. As soon as I got there, it was like an abandoned warehouse. I parked somewhere and I ran inside just to see where they were. And sure enough, there they were, waiting for me. Now that we were all together, we started to think about what should we do in this, I guess you could say, apocalypse, since that's what we were basically in. And we were trying to think of a plan to survive, I guess, and fight back, because they were after us too, for some reason. After getting some thinking done, we decided on a few things. One of those things was to build weapon vehicles, and we had to use what we had lying around, so that would mean we had to use the dirt bike, an ATV, a UTV, and a go-kart. Why we couldn't use actual cars? Well, mostly because they were all stolen, or at least stacked on top of each other, destroyed. But anyways, we started customizing our vehicles. Right after we got done customizing our vehicles, we drove off with them. I was the one that had the dirt bike, and I was supposed to be like Mr. Grimm. Rafe had the ATV, and he was supposed to be like the warthog, I think, out of the bunch. And then Beast was supposed to be like the twister or 12-pack out of the bunch. Wolf was supposed to be like, I'm assuming, outlaw. Well, both of them, I'm not sure. Like, his weapon vehicle had a satellite on the top that would shock anyone that was nearby. Kind of similar to how XIII would do it, or Outlaw from the other games would. Anyways, yeah, so we got that out of the way, and let's see. Oh, and we also had a few hand weapons with us. Like, for example, we all had different melee weapons, guns, or whatever that we would use just in case of, like, you know, like up close or whatever. So anyways, with the weapon vehicles, we were driving off into what appears to be the town square, because there was a lot of activity going on right there. And as soon as we got there, oh, it was hellfire. Bloodshed everywhere, and we started going in for the kills. There's even one part where I saw Rafe bash someone's skull. Everyone was trying to kill us, or whatever. And so we just did our part in trying to kill everyone back, while taking the roles of different Twisted Metal characters. Eventually, towards the end, a truck loaded with a bunch of weapons started coming towards us. So this was like kind of like the stage boss or whatever, in a way, almost, or like mini boss. Anyways, we eventually defeated the truck and it exploded. Now this part of the dream isn't really based on anything specific from the Twisted Metal games, aside from being like a regular match. After we were done, we started heading to our next location. So as soon as we drove off from the square, we found a fireworks stand just lying there. No one was around, so we took advantage of the time and just stock up on any weapons we needed. Or fireworks, gas cans, or whatever was needed for explosives. And then right after we were done, we were heading off to another location where activity was most likely going on. The location we headed to looked like an abandoned, like, stadium or something. I don't remember correctly. Anyways, we were just checking around. So far, the coast seemed to be clear until we saw 4 helicopters flying above us. Now that's where I know that there was some action that had to be done. Anyways, we started driving around, trying to avoid all the bullets that they were trying to shoot us with. We also, so like every time they would come close, we were trying to find a way to hit them. And yeah, that's what we did. there was even one part where one of us drew an explosive gas can towards one of the helicopters, and it already flew down. With one of the other helicopters, I managed to throw a chain towards one of its propellers, or there's like a back one and a top one. I think it was the back one I hit, and which made the helicopter go out of control and eventually crashed. Now there was 2 more left. They were still trying to shoot us down or whatever. We were still dodging all the bullets as usual. And then eventually one of us drove up one of the ramps or whatever that were lying around, and managed to hit the back propeller, which once again made the helicopter go out of control and eventually went down crashing. Now with the last one, we just started shooting down with a bunch of fireworks that we collected from the fireworks stand that we went to before the battle. And so yeah, we managed to take that one down. Now all 4 helicopters were down. This part of the dream is mostly based on the Cousin Eddie fight, although it doesn't seem like it. Before you fight Cousin Eddie in Twisted Metal head on, you have to fight 4 ATVs. So like in this part, you have to fight 4 helicopters, and you're probably gonna ask, where are the helicopters? Well, they're mostly seen flying around in the Twisted Metal games. And if that was just like the pre-fight, wouldn't that mean right after that there would have been the actual boss fight? Well, that's gonna be left for another time. It seemed to be a victory, but then we started seeing a bright light from the distance up in the sky. We were trying to see what that was, but since we realized what it was, now we knew we had a real battle coming towards us. And that is the end of the story, at least this part of the story. Part 3 will be released some more time. This is what I can do right now, and I can guarantee you it's gonna get much more violent from there. So anyways, yeah, that's the end of today's video, and I will continue this series and the part. So anyways, bye humans.